We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive in this great turning we shall.
Hello, everyone. How are you? We're welcome you to everyone that is watching now and the ones that are going to be able to watch this later on the recording. I have the honor and the privilege to be the moderator and to lead this meeting of Sisterhoods of Strength. And I also have the pleasure to be among amazing ladies from all over the world. We have them from Canada, from India, from Peru, from the UK. Dr. Nika, I didn't answer. You're in the UK as well, right?
Yeah.
Well, welcome everyone. Before we start and everyone is going to introduce themselves, I just want to share with you what is Sisterhood of Strength is all about. The main reason this was created by Dr. Caroline Makaka and her vision is so we are standing together. We are together as a global sister in these very challenging times to create a better and wonderful world of strength, stability, and sisterhood. We wish to be empowering and inspiring each other, seeking to know the better version of ourselves and continue to build our positive growth and mindset. Meanwhile, helping each other to strive and reach greater heights through supporting each other and the ability to create the movement of a life with no limit. What a beautiful vision of Sisterhoods of Strength. And I really, really want to thank you all for your time. And in the different time zones and everything, I know it could be challenges of others. So welcome officially, everyone. I'm going to start, you're welcome, with Nikki. Nikki, can you please share and introduce yourself to the audience, please?
Hi, my name is Nikki Faith. I'm from London in the UK. I'm a primary school teacher at the moment. Well, schools are not open. Well, my school is still open and I'm still teaching key worker children and vulnerable children who come in. I go into school every Thursday to help them and help the nurses and the doctors and help their children come into school while they're out on the front line.
Right. And could you please as well share, well, we're in your language, of course, anything else that you want to say to everyone that is listening?
I speak Farsi, so I'm going to say in Farsi, I'm going to say, dear sister, you are not alone, which is خواهر من شما تنها نیستین.
Oh, how beautiful! How beautiful! I really, really reach everyone in this difficult time. Thank you very much, Nikki. And I'm going to continue with Himangi. Can you please say your full name as everybody knows who you are, please, where you come from and what you do?
Thank you so much. I think just by saying namaste, it's worldwide famous now. Namaste. I am Himangi Arora from India. The city called Ghaziabad. That is the area. If we can just concentrate on it. And I am basically working as an entrepreneur. That is somehow you can say it's an entrepreneur into the education sector. So this is how I'm working. Most of the working is with the women, and I think it's a commendable job, Nikki, what you're doing. I had no idea that you were still going to, you know, the school. I can genuinely understand what is the situation, because I've been connected with the educators and the staff behind. And in this tough time, uh, as Adriana said, um, कोई भी सखी, दैट्स वी कॉल इन हिंदी, कोई भी सखी अकेले नहीं है. तो जब भी आपको लगे कि आपको कनेक्ट करना है, हम लोग यहाँ आपके लिए हमेशा हैं. So if I just translate it in English, so it's like nobody, no woman, no sister is alone in the world. And whenever somebody wants to get connected, we are and will always be there.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you very much, Mangi. Oh, so we have two ladies dedicating their lives to the education of children. Thank you very much. And now we're going to go with Joanna Rochester. How are you, Joanna?
I'm wonderful, thank you. So I'm Joanna Rochester, and I'm a speaker, a homeopath, nutritionist, but I play two roles here because I'm kind of coming in. There's Speak Up and Empower, which is an online community of heart-centered women and men that are helping to have people's voices heard, whether it's entrepreneurs or people looking for more all over the world. But then I have my own private practice as a wellness renegade, where I'm an intuitive life coach and the homeopath and nutritionist. So I play a couple roles, but I'm really passionate about people becoming their true selves, finding more in their lives, whether that's more joy, more happiness, whatever your more is. And so I help people intuitively uncover their life purpose and then the blocks that are preventing them from achieving it. And I would say right now, one of my big messages is that you're not alone. And I will say that I wish I could had more languages. I don't speak more languages. I feel almost embarrassed at this point in time. But you're not alone. And I think one of the biggest things to remember is this too shall pass. It is just it's a blip in time. And I know that's maybe too simplistic, but if we can focus on that rather than everything else, I think that we can come back to ourselves rather than what's going on in the world.
That's very good. Thank you very much for sharing that. And it's so true. It's so true. I've been seeing it online on the social media, and how there's multiple meetings. People is coming to share. They're going on interviews. They're going on online talks. They're going and it is helping. We don't really know who's listening. We never really know one word, one sentence, one quote is touching or biting in someone's life on that day. Now it's Jill Feld's turn. Please, Jill, carry on.
Oh, it's life, isn't it, Adriana? Things change. Thank you so much it is a real honor and a privilege to be here with everyone. It's so important at the moment. I'm Jill Fell, and I've had numerous years in the leisure industry. I'm very old, I'm 59 next week. So I've had a lot of changes in my careers, but more recently, I've been running art retreats where I decided to become a mad artist. I'm a Reiki master, and I blend it all together with what I love the most is creating energy, high energy, feeling that energy, and then putting it down on canvas, basically, and sharing the love with everybody, connecting. More recently with the North Liverpool Empowered Women's Collective, which is a beautiful organization here in the Northwest. So we got grounded, obviously, because of this, but it will all pass. Beautiful words. And so I shall not go on too long because Adriana might run out of time. But yes, energy, that's what I'm about. And I would like to share from my heart, my dear sisters, that you are not alone, in the only language that I know.
Oh, thank you very much, Jill. Well, if you hang out more with me, you could say it in Spanish too.
Oh, you can, please teach me.
No, I'm gonna leave that to Pierangeli to say it in Spanish. Thank you very much, Jill. Hi, Pierangeli. Well, now it's your turn, and please would you introduce yourself and share a little bit of what you do, please.
Hello, everyone. I'm very glad to be here. It's an honor for me. Thank you, Adriana. Thank you, girls. Thank you to Dr. Caroline Macaca that I just know is there. And yes, I'm from Peru, Lima, Peru. I studied tourism and hospitality. Also, I am ambassador of the Women Aymara Highlands, that these women are in the south of Peru. We help them to make business to the world because they have a special dialect that now speaking in Peru. Not many people speak this. And also fight with the domestic abuse. So they are the support of their families and of their communities. So I'm very glad to be part of that kind of woman in my country. Also ambassador of CONADIS, that is part of the Ministry of Inclusion, that these people are with discapacities. So we want to, people knows that you have to stay with respect to these people, not to say blind or words like you don't want to hear, but you have to know that they need our respect. So also work 10 years of my life in aviation, in an airline, as a cabin chief. And I recently, with this quarantine, leave the airline. So my passion goes in January. The aviation is now very complicated in all the countries. So I hope in a moment could this really pass, you know, and we are here for everyone who needs support, who need a word of strong, that we can change things in the way that we see the things positive, you know, and I'm gonna say it in my language. No estás sola, estamos juntas, podemos hacerlo. That it means you're not alone, we are together, and we can do it.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I totally agree. No estás sola. I'm gonna go for 2 seconds, please. I'm just gonna try to extend this meeting. Bear with me. So we don't have to start it. By the way, thank you very much, all the ladies that are watching this, and thank you very much for your patience.
And that's why I feel like that we should appreciate what we have, and we should appreciate that we are still alive. We have a chance to change the society. We still have a chance to make and basically to influence, impact, and rule the world. And I think this is my privilege here to promote that kind of feeling among all my sisters here. And in my language, I just want to say, हम में से कोई भी अकेला नहीं है. हम सब एक दूसरे के साथ हैं और हमेशा साथ रहेंगे. So thank you for having me here. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. We really appreciate, and we're glad to recover.
Thank you.
I don't know if anyone else in the panel had COVID-19, or do you suspect that you had it? No.
No. I had it. I suspected I had it back in March, just before, a week before lockdown happened. Like I had no voice, I couldn't talk, and I couldn't breathe, and it was difficult for me. Yeah, it lasted a week, but I was fine after a week. I suspect I had it, and NHS suspected I had it as well.
Yeah, I think
but, yeah.
50% of the population of London were anyway affected in some or the other form, although the younger age group was slightly privileged to have just a mild to moderate infection, not having that severe one. But I do had, like, in my early 30s as well, I did have like a heart infection because of COVID. So I did got complicated, but still I managed and I survived. So yeah. And I'm here with everyone today.
Well, I'm glad everyone is it's okay. And one of the things that I think it's very important for us to talk about is the miracles or the blessings. I like to call them miracles in disguise, because we've been bombarded with so much negativity and fear and anxiety. I myself also, I got sick. I don't know with what. It looked like COVID-19, but I didn't have it confirmed. But it lasted for 2 weeks, and at the end of the day, like I was feeling really bad, but I wasn't sure if I was getting more sick of the fear and the anxiety, or if the virus was lingering there. So it was so strange, because you think with the training and I'm a mindset mentor, and you think you know better and you're stronger, but when you're sick and you hear people is dying, well, that gets scary. And my husband is like, well, you need to tell me. I don't know what to do. Should I take you to the hospital? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if I got sick in my mind even worse, or I don't know what it is. And one of the reasons I really appreciate you all taking the time to be here is because when Caroline sent me the invitation to do this, I said, you don't know what you're doing, but when there is a door that opens to serve others, we're thinking we're helping others, but we're really helping ourselves. Because if we know, for some of us, there are better days than others, but maybe today I got my makeup, I got ready, I got into power mindset, you know. Maybe yesterday I didn't, I don't know, but the fact that I need to show up today and tomorrow, or whatever other things that we're doing for others, is already helping me. I don't know how you feel about that. Anybody wants to? Joanna, go ahead, please.
Well, I think it's so important what you just said, right? Because we can get so caught up in the anxiety and the worry about and everything that's going on. If we can get up in the morning and have purpose, right? Whether it's that purpose is just to get up and get out of your pajamas and get into some clothes or put some makeup on or whatever it is, right? But have a purpose every day so that you're not just focused on the worry and the anxiety. And that'll take you so far to getting out of that rabbit hole that I think we're all, whether we're mindset coaches or whatever we are, right? To get out of the rabbit hole and go, oh, there's a whole world out there that's still existing and still beautiful and can still help us. So it's really great to think about that, right? Find purpose, big or small. It doesn't have to be this huge, I'm going to change the world today, but it can be that today I put makeup on, and sometimes that's enough.
That's so true. Anyone else would like to share what is this Sisterhood of Strength means to you? What it represents, that you say, well, I'm gonna show up today. I want to inspire others. I wanna meet up with these other ladies and whoever is listening, by the way. And I know your audios and your videos are closed, but please, that you're able to ask any questions for whoever is in the panel, or share anything. I'm reading the chat, so I will post the question for whoever you're asking. So we're open. Anyone, Pierre Angeli, how has it been for you?
Well, even this magical word, sisterhood, it's the perfect example is that we are right here together, even if we don't know each other. I know that you are there for me and I'm here for you. So it's perfect to be here and help other women in the world that can listen in this moment, maybe feeling anxious, maybe with a problem. We can guide them. We can be the support they need. So I think this is very important to do this kind of forums that many people can, just like internet that we have now, to look at and to hear us and be there. We are sisters, support each other. So that's where are we in this moment.
Thank you very much. Then that is so true. Thanks to the technology. I mean, we're all connected from all over the world. And please let us know where you're connecting from as well, so the people is listening and watching us. And it is so important to keep that constantly. You need, like now more than ever, we need to be active. And I remember listening to these teachers and coaches that, I don't know, you probably, Jill or Joanna, one of you knows, who said that 50% of the success is showing up. And I always thought, I'm going to make an effort to do networking and to go out there and to establish meaningful connections with like-minded people. But right now, to show up means to show up in the internet, to show up in these forums, to show up in this platform, and to give what you have to give that day. I'm not going personally, if I'm feeling low, I'm not going to post, because not that I want to hide it. I am as real as I can be, but I want to bring something positive. And I think that's how I commit to show up. What are your thoughts on that, Jill?
Hi. Yes, the sisterhood is so strong at the moment. It's been building up, and we've kind of like brought it all together now. I remember how I felt, it was 7 years ago when consultants said I had terminal cancer. And at that moment, being a mindset coach, as you were rightly saying, you think, well, I've got to flip it all and make it all feel much better. But right now, I feel that this connection, the work I'm doing, is like totally from the heart. I keep going like this because I want to rev it up and send it out. And I feel that the frequency that the sisters, we are connecting as women, we're strong and we are resilient and we are powerful. And now is the time that we can touch each other globally. We can actually fingertip touch each other, because our hearts are bigger than they've ever been, and that now we can just express that. I use this phrase, I'm seeking people with the golden hearts, and honestly, my heart is overwhelmed with love for you all today doing this. I have put makeup on today. I have shown up. I've brushed my hair and I've put a frock on. So without this, without us being together and without us being strong, we can very easily feel alone. But I was brought up with the Desiderata, and to me those words, remember what peace there may be in silence. So when we can feel comfortable being alone, then we can truly feel happy. But I haven't had, I've been ill this week, but I wouldn't have a clue whether I've had a mild dose of COVID, but my heart is going out to all those people who have the disease and who are suffering. But what we can do collectively is send out this huge love from our hearts. Huge love every day. I'm sending it out to you all, and I feel it coming back to me. It's like, whoa, I actually feel the resonance and the vibrational love that's being sent to me. So I am so full of gratitude to you all. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jill. Gratitude, another of my favorite practice and words and things that are helping me personally. And thank you for those energy and the vibrations and those golden hearts. Nikki, what is it for you? What does it mean to get together and into the Sisterhood of Strength?
So I feel like it's important, the sisterhood is important to share thoughts and feelings and in a safe place. So sisterhood is basically, it means having a bond with individuals who love and support each other, and they'll always be there for you and always to help you become the best version of yourself. I joined LOANI about 3 years ago, and at the moment I'm a book club leader for Caroline, and I'm also the face of LOANI, and it's given me great privilege to become connected with all of you amazing people. I've met the most wonderful people in LOANI, and the bond of sisterhood is so strong in LOANI as well. It's really, really amazing. It's like, it's a safe place. I feel like I can trust everyone. I feel like I can trust all the women, and I'm a person who's been a lot through my life. Like I've suffered mental health. I still am going through it. I've got a lot of problems going on in my life at the moment, but I'm staying strong. Like I am staying strong, and it's that's why sisterhood is important, to keep going strong and to have a bunch of people, a bunch of amazing women you can talk to and you can trust.
And you can come and connect anytime, of course. I'm sure. So need not to worry at all. And coming to this, I would like to, give my part on it. That
Of course.
sisterhood, of course, is basically about, at least for me, what I understand, and I totally agree with Ms. Gill, that it's about acceptance and appreciation. That there comes in gratitude. If we start accepting the world as the whole, we get entangled with caste, creed, religions, and different dimensions. If we start looking at the world at the whole, the complete world, so there comes the funda which says in mathematics that the part is never the whole. So the bigger the picture is, the problems what we see, they become tiny, day by day, minute by minute, moment by moment. So if we start talking to each other, if we start getting connected to each other, ultimately we would connect to the person and the people whom we, our aura, or maybe the vibrations, as ma'am said, that has been that will be the blessing for us. As in, if I start feeling that I am connected to the Almighty or the superpower, then I am getting connected to the ultimate power. Then how can something which is negative, which is odd, will touch me? And of course, in case of Dr. Sharma, I think that's the live example. You've been taking care of so many people that in return you got the blessing, and you were here right in front of us.
Thank you,
Right. So this is exactly what sisterhood is all about. And why only sisterhood? It's because that is what I personally feel, that God has been very kind to us. We have been given that power to get connected so strongly. We have been given the blessing to recreate, and the ultimate the powerful creation of God. So that is exactly what we should think about. It's the whole world. The more connected the people would be, the beautiful the world would turn out. I think that is what sisterhood is all about for all of us.
Thank you very much, Amangi. That is so true. Connection to me equals resilience. That's how we can build the resilience, by having this support network, and not only amongst ourselves, but that connection to a higher power. It's really, really important. What are your thoughts on that, Dr. Neha?
I think I agree with everyone. And first of all, my healing vibes and my positive vibes to Gil and Nikki. I do understand, because my father suffered from cancer. There's a lot of emotional turmoil at that point of time. And I have been through, as well in my personal life as well, I've been through a lot. And then obviously my job is very challenging, because I see deaths very frequently in the hospital. It's just not COVID. It's a routine thing for any of the doctors to see and to be in a situation where you just not have to support your team, you just not have to support their families, but at the same time you have to take care of yourself as well. And I feel the only thing I would say that to everyone, what I have felt like I'm a very spiritual person, and from my childhood, my mom has given me this positivity of being spiritual and being like always connected with the, you know, that supernatural power. What Himangi is talking about, I think India, like, you know, this is something which is common in India. So I think the most important thing which I have seen from my mom, which I considered one of the strongest lady in my life, because she had all sort of physical problems, including like she had multivalvular heart problem. Her heart, all the valves are non-functional. On the top of that, she had rheumatoid arthritis, and she had lumbar like slip disc issues, and there are so many things. Like I can't even tell you one system which is like working optimally. But I can only say what I have seen in her is that her zeal and her enthusiasm to live life and to support her family, to let her, to be there for her daughter, to be there for her husband, to be there for her son. Um, it is outstanding, and the kind of positivity which I have seen in her, and the kind of message which I got from her was that you can heal anything in the world by empowering your mind. And I think this is a very strong statement for me to imbibe as a human being, to imbibe as a doctor as well, or as a healthcare professional as well. And I always, like every morning, I just feel like that, you know, that every day when I woke up, like I just see my hand and I think this is a God gift. And I always pray as soon as I get up in the morning that this hand shouldn't harm anyone. This hand is only made to save the lives of the people, but this shouldn't, by even like unknowingly, it shouldn't harm anyone. And I think I've been very privileged that because of my profession, I always get an opportunity to speak to various families who are in need, who are going through that traumatic, you know, experience, whether the babies got admitted in the unit or whether something related to them. I feel like this sisterhood term itself is very strong, and I think once you know where you stand, and if you think that you are the person to whom people are looking up to as a last person, like as a consultant when you're working, people, the entire team is looking up to you to make the final decision, whether even if you have to withdraw the care, and even if you have to decide something which you know that probably is not going to work, and then you have to withdraw the support and you have to make a decision. It's a very, very hard thing. It's a very, very hard thing as a human being, as a healthcare professional. But I think, as I said, you know, you have to make those decisions. And when you know that, you know, you are being born as a woman, as a brave heart person, a daughter of that brave lady who has gone through a lot in her life. So I feel like this is a blessing to have everyone with us connected, and to, you know, to share the thought. And even during this COVID situation, like, you know, I've been constantly talking to my colleagues, because as an overseas trainee, like representative, I do take a time to speak to every doctor who is working here. And I can understand that our families are stuck in our overseas countries, like wherever our home country, we are working here. A lot of people are dying. So my colleagues, some of my very near and dear colleagues have died recently. And it has impacted me as well. It has impacted me as well. And I think my recovery from COVID as well took a longer time, because it was not just the physical discomfort or the physical problem I was going through because of COVID. It was also a super added mental kind of a hit which I had because of all the losses I had in my fraternity. But I think I was very blessed. Like Kalpana, if she's listening to me, like she gave me a call. A lot of people, like, they gave me a call, and the only message was, if you need anything, we are there. And that word of reassurance, that statement of reassurance was so strong for me, even knowing they can't come to me, being COVID person, like a COVID infected patient, like they can't come to me. But that word itself was very strong for me, which probably helped me to recover. And I think this is what sisterhood means to me, that we all are there to each other whenever we need it. It's just a matter of texting, calling, expressing, and just saying that we need help. And I think there's no shame in just saying that we need help, rather than just suffocating in yourself and taking a wrong decision. Because I have seen even some of my colleagues, healthcare professionals, they have committed suicide because of this, all the emotional turmoil which was going on. So I feel, you know, expressing yourself and revealing yourself how you feel and asking for help is not a wrong thing. And I think this is sisterhood all about.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nihat. That is so true, and I'm glad we all kind of keep sharing one constant is to talk to somebody, to ask for help. I'm a huge advocate to ask for help, to encourage people. I have a history of addiction recovery, and I know there's two things that I heard, Himangi, you touch on acceptance. So and when Nikki said, I stay strong, I'm strong, and when you said, well, I think at one point of our life, we might have all of us suffer from mental illness, whether it's anxiety, whether it's a depression, maybe it was temporary or longer, but we're all going through things because life throws challenges. Life it's beautiful, but also it's challenging. And acceptance and ask for help. If I didn't ask for help back then, I wouldn't be here. And we might think that it's a sign of weakness, but I totally believe that vulnerable is the new strong. And we have to accept or to admit if I'm not feeling okay. It's like that saying, right? It sounds like a cliche, but it's okay not to be okay, because we were not prepared for all of these. And while I was going through resilience texts and books and everything, they normally teach you to stay, to have this resilience when you go through a loss, when you lose your job, the death of a loved one, or a relationship. But with this crisis, we're kind of throwing all those things at once. There is people that is suffering all of those things at once. But it is not impossible. I believe in miracles. I believe that everything is possible with that connection, with asking for help. That's one of the dreams and the visions and the missions of LOANI and Caroline Macaca is that we show up there for whoever that needs it. We need each other simply. Sometimes we feel that if we don't know the person, how am I going to reach out? Even sometimes it's our partner. Sometimes it's about taking turns. Today I'm not feeling okay, but today you need to be the rock, and tomorrow I'll be the rock for you. Sometimes it's just taking turns and accept that things are the way they are right now. And one of the things as well, we say a lot, like Jill said, this too shall pass. It will. And what is it going to do for us? What's going to be, how is that going to shift us? How are we going to evolve after this? And in the end, we might remember the people we talked to, the people we helped, the people that reached us, and we were there for them. So I think that's the beauty of these meetings, and the beauty of people like as well listen to us, and that we're here for them. Anybody else that before we close this meeting, what can you tell people that are listening are a few tips or suggestions that can really pick us up on a bad day? Anybody? Or should I pick Joanna? Yeah, please.
I think one of the big things, just to go back to what I said before, is find purpose, but just do like one little thing every day. I think so much of what's taking place is it makes us feel like we've lost control, that we don't have control over anything in our lives. So if you can take back control in a small way, whatever that looks like to you, without going over the edge and going to OCD, but take back something that makes you feel like you're in control, then that's a huge step for you each day.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. It's so true. You know, sometimes when I cook a dinner, I'm like, I'm winning. I put on some nice clothes, I'm winning. And a lot of the things is that I like to take things with a sense of humor, because I think if I love sense of humor, that's the end for me, you know. And we just have to laugh it off and relax a little bit. And it's so true. I want to read one of the messages that someone is sharing here, which is important for us, because it matters, you know. Maria Nicolette says that. She says, I feel alone for a couple of reasons, but what she's saying is that she's feeling inspiring, and she's thanking us, everyone. and she hopes to connect when she needs help. Absolutely. I'm on Facebook, so you can find me there. And most of us, I think, we're in social media right now. And thank you for being here. Jill, Galaxy, it doesn't have a name, says you are an inspiration to us all. We have 10 minutes left. Well, I think everybody can read the comment. Naya, you said vulnerable to new strong. Absolutely. And it's nothing wrong. We have to give ourselves permissions to be that. And also, one of the things that I said at the beginning, when we help others, if we are like helping the neighbor, or we're just doing a tiny thing, we're really helping ourselves without even realizing. Anyone wants to share the words of strength or suggestions? What is working for you? What is lifting you when you're not feeling okay? Joanna said, have little goals, have little purpose on the day. If you can achieve 1, 2, you'll feel good about it. Anybody else? Jill?
I think, oh, sorry. Does Jill want to go?
No,
Do you want to go?
Okay. Okay. I feel that the flow of energy is really important. I've been riding my bike as for my exercise, but if you haven't got a bike or you can't get outside, then this morning I made up my own Tai Chi type exercise, which was just flowing with music and just using that. I was standing by some bamboo that I have that I absolutely love in the garden, and I was just putting my hands through the bamboo, and I could literally feel the elevation of my mind. It was beautiful, and I just thought, just be, Jill, just be. Don't rush, don't do anything, just be. So cycling and hugging bamboo and moving with music is my go-to first and foremost. If I can feel like, oh, you know, a little bit of overwhelm is coming in here, then it's and for sending out the gratitude. I'm thankful for all those people working, the doctors and nurses. I'm grateful, and the genuine feeling of sending out love to the sisters and the collective, and to know that we all are so connected, that we're not alone. So that's what I do, Adriana. So thank you.
Thank you, Jill. Nikki, we go with you. What do you think it can help somebody right now?
Well, I think the strongest actions for a woman is to love herself, to take care of herself. Like, I did a crazy thing the other day. Well, it might sound crazy. It's crazy for me because I don't ever do it. I bought a foot mask for myself, and I was like, let me make my feet nice and soft. I know it sounds crazy, but it's like self-care and self-love. So the strongest actions for a woman is to love herself so she can shine amongst those who's never believed that she could. So that's what I believe. And I also think that at the end of the day, all you need is hope and strength. You need hope, hope that it will all be okay, it will all get better, and strength to hold on until it does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so true. Self-love, self-care, absolutely. Well, to me, just the fact that I sit on my dresser and start putting my makeup, putting my skincare, makes me feel loved, that I'm still cared, that I'm not letting myself go, and even cooking a delicious meal that it's gonna comfort me. All of that, everybody has their own ways, but it's so true, Nikki. We'll go with Haimanji. Words of strength for others that you think it can pick them up on that day. Haimanji, what would you say?
I think I'll get back to the same thing, because that had been working for me since when I was just 5 years old, when I lost my dad. A very disturbing childhood, a struggleful one, but that's what made me stand right here. And yes, I had the most egoistic, most dignified, a very strong mother who never let us be in the shade of somebody. She let her believe that she let herself believe that if God has given her 2 daughters, that cannot be a waste. It is definitely having some purpose, and that's what has been transformed to me, that if I am on earth, of course there has to be a purpose. God can't create something just for no reason. I think everything happens for good. uh, Even if I talk about corona, I understand that this is a massive destruction, but somehow it is recreating the essence of humanity. The power in the nature can be really seen around. Everything is, I think that is what we are calling these days a very trendy word, that's earth is rebooting itself. We were celebrating the earth day since last 50 years, but this time the way the earth celebrated herself is again a very powerful message sent by mother earth to all of these women, that if you want, you can recreate within yourself. One second, believe this, that nothing is without a purpose. The only thing which needs to be checked is that even for God to create you a hero, to come out, you coming out as a hero, you need to be the best performer, because he's writing a script daily. So if you are the best performer, you will be surely the hero. So that is what I keep telling myself, that if I'll be doing the best what I am doing in my area, I think I will be where a person can say happiness, contentment, and accomplishment. Just believe in yourself, and your superpower, your belief system can lead you anywhere, wherever you want.
Thank you very much, Hermione. I want to finish with Pierangeli and then with Dr. Neha to close this meeting with your words of strength and things that have worked for you, please. And with that, I'm going to thank you all. And you can find us in LOANI Sisterhood of the Strength for the ones that are asking where can they find us. Go on, Pierangeli, please.
Well, I will say that you have to choose your thoughts. Positive thoughts come, negative, go away, I don't need you. It's important also that every morning we have to be grateful. At least grateful because we have so much to say thank you to God, because we are alive, we have our family good, we have sisters in all the world. So that miracle word that it's thank you. And also do positive things in this time of quarantine. And every morning you see in the mirror, you will see I'm a strong woman, I'm a beautiful woman, I'm a perfect creation of God. So we need that strong to start from us. So we are going to spread to the world that energy that we have.
Thank you very much, Pierangeli. Thank you very much. Dr. Neha, you're going to close off the meeting.
Sure. So I think my message will be still the same to everyone. You can empower anything in your life by healing, by empowering your mind. You can heal anything in your life or any person who's coming in your contact. And I would say, please engage yourself in some healthy activities like yoga and meditation. It has got a massive, massive impact on the well-being, not just physical well-being, but the mental well-being. And at this time when the mental health is mostly affected by this COVID, and with all sort of quarantine which is going on, a lot of people, they're affected. And I would say, please don't lose the hope. Please don't lose the spirits. Keep your positivity up. This time will go off. And no matter what, life goes on. And the last thing which I would say is that please never regret a day in your life. If there is a good day, it gives you happiness. If there's a worse day, it gives you a lesson. If it is a best day, it always gives a memory. So please, please appreciate the life which is there, live every moment, and always keep smiling. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone, for being here. And I really, really appreciate it. It's been lovely to meet you, everybody. Thank you for showing up, the ones that are watching. This is a recording as well, so you're gonna be able to see it on Facebook, on the social media of LOANI group. I send you miracles and blessings to all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, everyone. Everyone, healing vibes and a strong vibes. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.